Hi everyone. Today I'd like to speak to you about the element ether, the element of spaciousness, one of the five elements that comprise matter and that comprise the universe that we're all living in. As a traditional Sangoma, ether is very important because it's one of the elements that help us to grow our dreams and grow the dream time. So what does this mean for you? Well, it means there's a way for you to connect to the timeless space inside of you, to connect to your immortality, to connect to your soul. And I'm going to be speaking about this during my webinar this Sunday, which is about expanding consciousness through connecting with the elements of ether. And it's going to be the second in my series on expanding consciousness. And don't worry if you've missed the first one. The one on Sunday is going to be a recap from the first, and then we're going to just carry on from where we left off. And the focus is, how can you connect to ether inside of you? How can you connect to this fundamental element? And how can you expand it and grow it? And it's very important when it comes to dreaming, because nowadays people are so busy, and I often have folks come to me and say, how can they have deeper dreams, more mystical dreams? How can they remember their dreams? Well, the answer is connect to the elements of ether. Connect to spaciousness. So how do you do that? Well, when you are busy in your day-to-day life, how much time do you give to yourself in terms of just dropping into your own heartbeat, dropping into that universe inside of you for a few minutes? How much time do you give to listening to yourself, to your own thoughts, to the space inside of you? And I'll give you a few tips on that. One of the ways to expand ether inside of you is to just take a few moments, like now, put your hand on your heartbeat and breathe into that space between each of your own heartbeats. Breathe into that space. Feel it. Let go into that space and allow it to expand. As you do that, you're going to find your own element of ether expanding and growing. It takes practice, it takes a bit of patience, but it is a joyful practice, and it is something that you can do, that we can all do. Scientists maintain that the universe is expanding. The universe around us, outside of us, is expanding. So if the universe is expanding outside of us, it's also going to be expanding inside of us. So how can we facilitate that? How can we facilitate the growth and expansion of the universe? Well, we connect to that spaciousness. We connect to the ether inside of us. So I'm going to be speaking about this, and I'm also going to be speaking about a few tips. You could call it life hacks, and how you can create that ether inside of you and how you can expand it further. One of the ways, like I mentioned, is through breathing into your own heartbeat and the spaces between each beat. Another way is when you're listening to someone, see if you can feel the space between each of the words that they utter. It's a great way to facilitate deeper listening, which then facilitates greater intimacy between people, which we really need in this world. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like my videos, then please push the button below, push the like button, the subscribe button, and also the little bell beneath. It goes a long way to helping support my work and spread these teachings. So I look forward to seeing you this Sunday. Just find the information below, and I'll see you there. Thanks now.